Hi, everyone. I'm Larry Klug, Access Technology Specialist with Cincinnati Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. I have a special video I want to share with you. This special event happened on December 13th, 2022 by the American Council for the Blind of Ohio Greater Cincinnati Chapter. I thank you for advance for watching it, and please enjoy.
Is presented to a person who is blind or visually impaired for giving tirelessly himself or herself to enhance the quality and equality of life for individuals who are blind or visually impaired in the greater Cincinnati area. He has done a lot of hard work with the visually impaired, including myself. He worked with me providing skills to operate my first iPhone, helped me get a new computer, and helped with skills needed to work with Fusion. Is that correct? Which is half JAWS and half magnified?
Yes.
Okay. He also helped me to understand how to use Alexa and the audio for my TV, as well as scheduling Zoom conferences with my doctors. He has been working at CABVI for 8.5 years. Am I right?
Yes, that is
He has
correct.
worked at Clover Nook for the Blind for 11.5 years. He participated in several White Cane Awareness Day walks when both Clover Nook and CABVI did them together. He was diagnosed with nystagmus when he was 3 years old. He then became a bioptic driver at 42 years old and has been driving for 20 years. Larry recently presented at the International AER Conference in St. Louis this year. He is also an advocate for his special needs son and daughter-in-law. I truly believe that Larry Klug is well deserving of the Jacque Perry Award. Thank you so much, Tammy Smith. Tammy?
I appreciate Larry helping me do a lot of stuff on my computer, and I appreciate him working really hard in the community and himself. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. I think I may want to sit down.
Blind of Ohio Greater Cincinnati Chapter proudly presents its Jacque Perry Award to Larry Klug, presented to a person who is blind or visually impaired for giving tirelessly of himself to enhance the quality and equality of life for individuals who are blind or visually impaired in the greater Cincinnati area. December 2022, Marianne Donnellan, President. This is for you.
Wow, thank you very much, everyone. I was diagnosed at 3 years old. I was born in Miami, Florida, and my parents were told that with my vision back then, that I wouldn't have a family, I wouldn't have a decent job, and I would be relying on everybody else. And worst of all, I wouldn't be able to drive a car. And my mom was a very strong advocate, but you know, when you have parents and stuff, sometimes they even overdo it once in a while, being overprotective and stuff. After I graduated from high school and went to commercial art school for 2 years, I landed my first job at the JCPenney outlet store on Corrigan Avenue. That store ran for 25 years until they lost their lease in 2000. I was at a point where I was very lonely. My brother was the one that did all the running around and stuff. And there was a commercial for Matchmaker International. And this was way before computer dating and everything else. So my brother challenged me to sign up for it. So signed up for a quarter of the year. And the first person was some lady named Molly Collier. And she lived about a half a mile from our house. And it was around this time, 38 years ago.
Wow.
And went on our first date. Then she invited me to her work's Christmas party. That was pretty wild. The employees. But on April 27th, Molly accepted me on who I was. And I relied on Molly for 18 years for transportation and public transportation and all of that. And I did work, and luckily it was walking distance away from our little apartment on Corning Avenue behind Arby's. And we purchased our first home in Northbrook and lived there for 27 years. My son Joshua came into the world. He has multiple disabilities, but a really great guy. And we advocate for him as best as we can. Eventually, he met this girl named Brittany, who also had some similar disabilities, and now we're advocating for both of them, but also going through the experience of advocating for others. So, like I said, there were 3 things. Would never get a decent job. After JCPenney closed, I worked at a marketing agency for 2 years, and then that's where I found my calling, working at Cold Oak Center for the Blind and Visually Impaired. And was there for 11.5 years until they started changing things around. My position was terminated, but 2.5 months later, after 3 interviews, I got hired as the Access Technology Specialist at Cincinnati Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. And all that, being able to drive and kind of like giving back to all the people who have helped me through time. A lot of you, I tell you, as I look around the room, a lot of folks I have worked with or met one way or another. And I kind of see that as a reunion in a way. It's just, it's great to be honored by your own agency, but outside the organization, this is truly special, very special. One of the things I really learned through life is that there's, we all have some sort of faith in something that is way above us. Something that helps us through difficult times and stuff like that. And I can proudly say tonight that if it wasn't for having God in my life, I wouldn't be here tonight.
Amen.
I love you all very much, and I really thank you for this award and for the appreciation they have showed to me, my family, and my job. And great, thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, and God bless.